Hey there, Magnificent here, and I am here to talk about Detective Pikachu. It's probably the first video game movie I've ever seen that, actually wanted to be a video game movie. Now, I haven't seen every video game movie, but the ones I have seen, most of them, they'll have like some nods to the source material, like the Super Mario Brothers movie or the Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, one of those is a decent movie on its own, and it has a few things in common with the game, but it's more references than anything else. Whereas Detective Pikachu, it has so many Pokemon in there. Just so many. I mean, someone online has probably counted how many different species of Pokemon you see, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. But if someone has done that, then good on you. Yeah, the story of the movie is that this kid's dad disappears or dies in a crash. He goes to get closure, and then a bunch of Pokemon-y stuff happens. And there are a lot of Pokemon-y things happening. I mean, it would have been really easy just to have the Pokemon there as set dressing or whatever. You could just have like the Apoms or the Pidgeys flying around. But no, they actually incorporate most of the Pokemon into each scene. You feel like they're actually a living, breathing part of the setting. I think the only real Pokemon thing I didn't witness during the movie was there are no real Pokemon professors. There was a doctor character, but they weren't really a Pokemon professor, more of a mad scientist that the main character actually doesn't interact with all that much at all. Or and there wasn't any scenes where the main character Tim, he doesn't take Detective Pikachu to a Pokemon Center to meet Nurse Joy, and there's no Officer Jenny's either. So, I mean, it does take a lot of inspiration from the games and the anime. I mean, the theme song for the anime, at least the original season, I haven't really seen a lot of the later episodes, but like the theme song of the first series, they sing it during the movie. See, there's Pokemon battles, which look like they're better than the ones that were in Pokemon Stadium 64. They work better because it's not a Nintendo 64; it's a multi-million-dollar movie, so they have a lot more to spend on Pokemon animations, and the Pokemon are animated well. I mean, Detective Pikachu, because they have to have him actually act. Like, some of his facial expressions are kind of weird, but I mean, they work still. I don't know what genre of movie this would be. Like, it starts off like an action film. It's kind of has noir qualities to it. Let's see. I guess basically just, it can't really even be a kids movie. There's not too much vulgarities, but there is a lot of violence. I'm pretty sure that at least one or two people die. But it's nothing that you wouldn't see in like I don't know. I mean, it's tamer than a Marvel movie. Was it good? I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not gonna set the world on fire or anything. It's not like some crossover hit. Detective Pikachu isn't going to become the cultural touchstone of a generation, it is a good example of how to do a video game movie correctly. And it is a pretty decent use of, let's see, it's only like an hour and a half long, so it's not going to take too much of your time. And it's paced really well, so you don't really feel like it's all that long. Let's see. The only really bad thing I have to say about this movie is that I didn't see a single Shuckle. Like, Shuckle is my favorite Pokemon, and like I kept watching. I didn't see a single Shuckle. So, let's see, before that revelation, I'd be willing to give the movie 6 or 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's not the greatest movie you've ever seen. If you have no real attachment to Pokemon, then seeing this movie isn't going to be on your list. Like, if you know someone who really likes Pokemon, whether it be a significant other or child, there were a lot of children in the theater, which was surprising since it was 11 o'clock on a Friday. I wasn't expecting that many kids because of, school. Whatever. But yeah, if you have no attachment to Pokemon, then you're not going to want to see this movie. It's not good enough to justify just watching. If you have any interest in video game movies and how you could do one at least somewhat properly, then you can go see this. And if, like I said, if you have someone who is super into Pokemon, then you can watch it with them and at least be somewhat entertained. Let's see, what else? Well, the plot does have a few twists and turns. There are things that I kind of saw coming before even watching the trailer, before even seeing the movie. Like, I think the second or third time I saw a trailer for this, I was able to figure out at least one major plot twist. And over the course of the movie, other things are popping in and out that I don't know if, like, if you're watching for twists and turns, you'll be able to see most of what's going on before it happens. But there's enough action set pieces that you'll be distracted enough that knowing what's going to happen down the line isn't going to really detract from your enjoyment of the movie. I mean, like, I saw the ending coming from miles away, and it still had, like, Pokemon fighting each other and evolving and just generally hanging out with people and acting like actual characters in the movie and not just weird props in the background. Well, also, since it is opening weekend, I don't know how long they'll be doing this, but they gave me a pack of Detective Pikachu Pokemon cards, which I have saved to open on camera. I'm really glad I didn't screw any of this up yet. Okay, let's see which Pokemon cards I got. I mean, I don't know if they're all the same. If they are, then there's going to be, like, Detective Pikachu and Psyduck. Okay, well, there's this thing. I don't know what this thing is. It's a... Oh, it's just an advertisement. See? Has a bunch of Pokemon cards on it. Ooh, this is exciting videography right here. Yeah, all the cards have, well, they're like mostly examples from the movie on one side. The other side is just more straight up video game and anime stuff. Oh, the end credits. I'm going to tell you right now, there is nothing after the credits. The beginning of the credits themselves are worth watching because they have all the main cast members who all do a pretty good job. I mean, there's no actors or actresses, or I don't know if there's no one in this movie who does a bad job. Everyone gives it their all, or if not their all, at least their best. Which is just they do a decent job. All right, let's see which Pokemon cards did I get. I got Detective Pikachu, of course. There he is. He's sitting there drinking coffee. His special moves are Coffee Break and Corkscrew Punch. It's kind of a hologram. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Oh, there it is, a little bit. And I got Magikarp. Everyone loves Magikarp. I like Magikarp. He's pretty cool. And then there's another little advertisement card. So if you go to this movie over the next weekend, then you might get a pack of Pokemon cards with probably Detective Pikachu and some other guy. Okay, so I don't feel I need to wrap things up. It's a good use of an hour and a half. It's acted well. It's written well. I mean, I did see the twist coming, but I think this says more about me than the script. I don't know if the kids in the audience were all that up on things, but yeah. So if you're planning on seeing this movie, then you won't have a bad time. If you weren't planning on seeing this movie because you don't like Pokemon, because you don't like movies like this, then don't see. It's not worth seeing. If you're on the fence, then I wouldn't go by yourself. But if you find someone who does like Pokemon, like if you have a friend or whatever to go with, then it won't bother you too much. Alright, so that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can visit me at mikepodgore.com, because I'm not paying for another domain name for Mikenificent yet, or fictosphere.com. Alright, that's it. I hope everyone has a decent day.